Yeah. Welcome back to Under the Lights. I'm your host, Big Mike, and as you can see, I'm solo dolo today, baby. You understand me? But before I get started, for the viewers right now, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can be up to date with all things Under the Lights. That means anytime I drop something, we drop something, you will get notified. You understand? But as I mentioned, as you can see, I'm solo dolo today. Normally, my guy Jordan, he's on here with me, or Tweezy Twan, he on here with me. You know what I mean? But I'm rocking the solo dolo today, and that's cool. You know why? Because I feel so good. I feel so good. You know what I mean? I tell my guy Jordan, I said, listen, bro, listen. I'm from America, my nigga. He from Canada. You know what I mean? He a soccer player, but he know football and basketball through and through. You know what I mean? I said, he from Canada. I said, Jordan, listen, to you, into, other countries or whatever, soccer is number one to y'all because y'all didn't grow up in football. You didn't grow up in it, and a lot of them niggas over there, you know what I mean, is 120 pounds. They too small to play football, you feel what I'm saying? But they grew up on soccer. I'm from America, nigga. America. You understand me? And in America, football is number one. And when your football team, your NFL football team wins a Super Bowl, your NFL squad, you know what I'm saying? Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. You understand what I'm saying? My Philadelphia 76ers, you know what I mean? I predicted what their season was going to be like with the injuries and all of that. I already predicted their season. I predicted it. I said it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if they lose the rest of their games. That's how heavy football is. You know what I mean? Nothing can affect me. Only thing that can affect me right now is, a close death in the family from here on out. You know what I'm saying? Like a real life, real deal situation. You know what I mean? That I got to go through it, or it can kind of knock me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't nothing like a real deal, real life situation, a serious situation, can't nothing affect me, can't nothing fuck with me, man. My Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Everybody thought we was going to lose to the Chiefs. You know what I mean? So I feel good. I feel so very, very good. You understand me? So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it, holler at y'all for a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talk going around the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's been like that when it comes to my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? They like to talk about, they like to throw my guy, Jalen Hurts, under the rug. As if, I don't think he's going to be. It's plenty of clips out there saying with guys saying they don't think he's ever going to win a Super Bowl, don't think he's going to be a franchise quarterback, can't lead a team to the Super Bowl, and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? So you got, the guys that, they like to talk about the most is, obviously Pat Mahomes, but you got, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and you got Josh Allen. Those are the guys, and they got more guys they put above Jalen Hurts. You talk about they put Justin Herbert above Jalen Hurts, C.J. Stroud type shit, whatever the case may be, right? So the question is, but just with the few names that I named, I'm going to take three of those names, and I got to ask you a question. Where do you rank Jalen Hurts? Where do you rank Jalen Hurts? Is he above or under Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen? You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you like this. This is what I do know. I got my quarterback above them. You understand me? Understand this. Football is about winning football games. That's what it's about. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to winning football games, my quarterback, Jalen Hurts, since becoming a starter, he's 46-20 in the regular season. After becoming a starter, 46-20. He's got a 6-3 record in the postseason. That means after the regular season, a lot of niggas shine in the regular season. You know what I mean? But when the postseason get here, you know what I mean, where legends are made, they don't replicate that in the fucking playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? My quarterback has a 6-3 playoff record. He's 3 games above 500. He's been in the Pro Bowl twice. He's made the second team All-Pro team once. He's been to 2 NFC championship games. Won both of them. You understand what I'm saying? 2 Super Bowl appearances in 3 years. You know what I mean? We lost to the Chiefs back in 2022 season, 2 years ago, and then we just capitalized on it. It should be 2 up. We know the referees played a little part in that as well towards the end of the game, but hey, it is what it is, you feel me? And he won us, like I said, he won a Super Bowl this year, and he got a Super Bowl MVP. He played like MVP in big moments. What do I always say? when it comes down to Jalen Hurts having to answer the door, anytime they knock, he answers the door, bro. That's what he does. You understand me? They don't beat They don't beat Pat Mahomes in the playoffs like my guy Jalen Hurts. Joey B, he beat Pat Mahomes in the playoffs one time. You know what I'm saying? To go to the Super Bowl, but he didn't win it. He didn't win it, and he ain't been back since then. You know what I'm saying? Josh Allen, he only beats Pat Mahomes in the regular season. He's never beat Pat Mahomes in the playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson, he's 1-5 against Pat Mahomes in the regular season. And he's obviously never beat him in the fucking playoffs. Don't even get me started on last year in the AFC Championship game when he put up 10 points after running through the entire NFL. Y'all know they were the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. He won MVP last year. I thought it should have went to Christian McCaffrey. I just think he was the best. I think he was the quarterback on the best team. That's what I think. You understand? I don't think he was the MVP. I think it should have been Christian McCaffrey. But they ran over everybody last year, including the 49ers, and we know how powerful and dynamite they were last year on both sides of the ball. And they went out to the Bay on Christmas Day and beat that ass, 33-19. And that last touchdown that they scored was with Sam Darnold out there, and the Ravens had the backups in. It was garbage time. You know what I mean? It was and if they didn't have the backups in, it was the garbage time shit because I know Sam Darnold was in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So don't even get me started on Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean, getting shut out, you know what I'm saying, and held only 10 points in the whole game. The defense for the Ravens shut out the Kansas City Chiefs in the second half last year in the AFC Championship game. They did. They only put up 10 points after being that powerful and explosive all year long. Even this year, you know what I mean? They didn't play the Chiefs in the playoffs, ran into Josh Allen. Lost that one. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like my guy Jalen Hurts, he outplayed Pat Mahomes both times, twice, in both Super Bowls. We know this. Everybody knows this. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, we don't fear Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs. What? We killers, man. Jalen Hurts is a cold-blooded killer, bro. Like I said before, man came from Alabama. First of all, his pops is the head coach in Texas. His pops is the head coach. He going home with his pops as a head coach every night. Then you go to Alabama with Nick Saban, where other teams trying to take your head off every week because y'all the top dogs. They're the top dogs. Everybody want to bring up the Tua getting benched for Tua. Jalen Hurts was 3 of 8 in that first half, 3 of 8 for 21 yards passing, but he had like 47 yards rushing. I don't think that's take out a game worthy. You feel what I'm saying? Tua came in and they won the game. But what they don't like to bring up is that following year, you know what I mean, in the college football playoff championship game, motherfucking Tua threw 3 interceptions. I think he threw 2 in the first half. You feel me? And they didn't bench him. They didn't bench him. He came out and threw another one in the second half. You feel me? That's why Alabama was losing. Nigga had 3 picks. Then he hurt his ankle and got hurt in the game. Boom. Jalen Hurts came in, took over, won the game. They don't mention that, though. You feel what I'm saying? We don't fear nothing, bro. Did you know after that Super Bowl loss, we went in the Arrowhead that very next season on a Monday? I think it was a Monday night game or a Sunday night game. I know it was a night game. I want to say Monday night. With a sorry offensive coordinator. Y'all know how we looked last year, 2023. Brian Johnson got fired at the end of the season. Sean Desai, Matt Patricia, and that sorry-ass defense that couldn't stop my grandmother from walking through the defense with a walker. You feel what I'm saying? They got fired. But we went in the Arrowhead and beat them 21-17. This is nothing new, bro. We really should be 2 rings up right now. We should be. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody saying that about Lamar Jackson. He had opportunities. There should be 2 rings. And Josh Allen, no. You know what I mean? They never even been there. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson never even been there. Ain't nobody saying that about them. Ain't nobody saying Joe Burrow should be 2 rings up. They didn't win 1. Didn't get it done. You know what I mean? Just because he ain't throwing, I'm talking about Jalen Hurts, just because Jalen Hurts ain't throwing for 4,000 yards, you know what I mean, and 40 touchdowns and shit, that doesn't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. What he's showing you is that he can do it his way. He don't care about stats. However the game needs to be played and won, he's going to go out there and do that. He don't give a fuck about what nobody talking about. You feel what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. I know Joe Burrow this year had 8 straight games with 250-plus yards and 3 touchdowns passing. Nobody's ever done that. I think it was I think it was Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, John Elway, and maybe, was it Joe Montana or some shit like that? Joe Montana, I think. So 5 players have only done that, and he was included in that. That's good. That's great. What did it get him? Didn't get him anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to do that. You know what I mean? And Jalen Hurts showed you that in the Super Bowl and in his career. You know what I mean? 46-20, that's 26 games above 500. With 2 in 5, and this is just in 5 years. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 and a Super Bowl MVP. He's showing you. It's been on full display. You feel what I'm saying? Those guys are not winning when it counts. Jalen Hurts does. He's a baller. He's cold-blooded killer, man. He's unbreakable. All of the shit that they say about Jalen Hurts, and look at him. What they going to say now? What they going to say about Jalen Hurts now? What can you say? Yo, you going to still say he can't throw the ball? Yo, you still going to load the box the whole game? That's cool. We'll pick you apart. What's up, AJ? Do you? What up, Devontae? Do you? Dallas Goedert? Do you? Saquon in the passing game? Do you? We'll find a way to make it happen. And he does, and he did. You feel what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson had generational talent in his backfield too. Derrick Henry. He didn't get it done. He didn't get it done. It's always somebody else with Lamar Jackson. It's always the coach or somebody else. It's never his fault. It's never. It's always somebody else. So I guess that fumble he had didn't play no part that they got 7 points off of against the Bills in the playoffs this year. Huh? I guess they didn't play a part. It didn't? It did. If you didn't get that 7 points, they win the game. Simple. Simple. Protect the fucking football. You know what I mean? Josh Allen, all the numbers that he had and that he got. Yeah, he's not cashing in either. He's not cashing in. Not winning. You feel me? Football is about winning. And that's all Jalen Hurts does, bro, is win, win, win. It's proven. Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen haven't even been to a Super Bowl. They have not shown me or you the capabilities, the ability to be able to get his team to the Super Bowl. They say defense wins championships, right? Right? And our defense put on a dominating performance. Did the Ravens not have a dominant defense last year along with an explosive offense? Huh? I think that defense was the best in the National Football League. They was shutting everybody down. Did not mention they held the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game last year, had 17 points in the first half. They shut out the Chiefs the remainder of the game in the entire second half. They didn't get in the end zone. And the score was 17-10. When they used to go in their little lulls and they wasn't scoring for a quarter or two, Jordan, my guy, my co-host on the show, he'll come out here and tell you, man, we're not scoring for 2 quarters. I don't like that. The defense is keeping them in the fucking game. Go 2 quarters without scoring against us, the Philadelphia Eagles. Do that if you want to. You can't do that to us, bro. And you can't break Jalen Hurts. And if it's about winning, there's no way you don't have my quarterback not only in the top 5, but there's no way he's not number 2. And I'm saying number 2 because I'm not just going to be a prisoner of the moment and put him above Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes has been in 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3 of them. He's been to 7 straight AFC Championship games since he's become a starter, bro. He's the guy that got more wins than Jalen Hurts. That's the only guy. So I'll give Pat Mahomes that. My quarterback is the second best quarterback in the National fucking Football League. And that's facts. You understand? And he's showing you that he's a winner. He continues to win, bro. That's it. Ain't that what it's about? Or is it about throwing for 300 and, he almost winning? He had all these yards rushing and Lamar had 4,000 yards and 900 yards rushing. And how come he don't replicate that in the motherfucking playoffs? Tell me that. Because at some point in time, your performance in the postseason is going to have to affect your overall. You feel me? You feel me? Just like up or down. Up or down. When you doing good, 6-3, Super Bowl winner, MVP, yeah, Your stock rises. Just because you clown in the regular season, but in the playoffs you fucking fold, there's no how. No. My quarterback ain't got to throw for 4,000. You seen that. You seen that. Make the plays to win the game. And like I said before, we went to the Super Bowl before Saquon got here. That's facts. So yes, I put my quarterback above Lamar Jackson, above Josh Allen, and above Joe Burrow. Period. I seen guys got Justin Herbert ahead of him. What are you talking about? That's what? The same quarterback that was up 27-0 in the playoffs and got beat by the fucking Jaguars and let him come back? Come on, dog. Jalen Hurts, elite quarterback, elite player, elite winner, elite leader. Period. And he got respect of his team. And they respect him. And they love him and they trust him. And now they know also that they can win a Super Bowl with him. They don't believe that with Lamar Jackson. They don't believe that with Josh Allen. They don't believe that with Joe Burrow. You know why? They ain't never done it. It's almost, or it's somebody else. Nah. Right behind Pat Mahomes is Jalen Hurts. And I'm sticking to it. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, moving on, sticking with the NFL, sticking with the Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, we see how dominant we were in the Super Bowl. I think that was the most dominating performance that I've ever seen in a Super Bowl. Not going to hold you. You know what I mean? Because this is a Kansas City Chiefs team who are back-to-back champions. And they were saying if this team, the Kansas City Chiefs, were to win the Super Bowl, they talking about this team as being the greatest team of all time. The greatest team of all time. And then on top of that, they would have put Pat Mahomes as the greatest of all time. Me personally, I would still had Tom Brady. But hey, majority of the people in the media and in the world, they would have put him above Tom Brady because Tom Brady never three-peated and shit like that in the Super Bowl era. You feel what I mean? So we beat that type of team like that in dominating fashion. I hear people talking about, Rasheed Rice wasn't there. My nigga, they was 15-2 without Rasheed Rice, bro. Without Rasheed Rice. They got complimentary. They got D-Hop. They got motherfucking Marquise Brown back, Hollywood Brown back. You had a Juju Smith-Schuster who did well for them, and when they won their Super Bowl, you feel what I'm saying? Like they was 15-2, bro. The defense was on point all year long. And the only reason they was 15-2 was because the last game they sat out. They had the bye week, first round bye in the playoffs. Why play your players? Rest them. Get 2 weeks rest. It would have been 16-1. They could have easily been 17-0 without Rasheed Rice, man. So I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit at all. At all. You feel what I'm saying? That's the team we beat, though, in dominating fashion. So the answer is, this is our first Super Bowl with this team. We won back in 2017-18 season. But with this team right here that we got, can this Philadelphia Eagles team be the next dynasty? Listen, I don't see why we cannot. You got to look at our team, right? Our team is, I said this before, our team, even in 2022, that season, as the season was going on, I seen the pieces we was picking up and all that. I said, listen, our team, the Philadelphia Eagles, are primed for Super Bowl runs. Not Super Bowl run, Super Bowl runs. Multiple, not singular, plural. And we've already been to plural. Jalen Hurts is nowhere near 30. Neither is Devontae, AJ. Saquon just turned 28 on Super Bowl Sunday. Offensive line is straight. Lane Johnson to be back next year. Everybody else is signed. Mekhi Becton, he's a free agent. Hopefully they bring him back. You feel what I'm saying? I know he'll come back. But if not, we still got Tyler Steen. He can step in. He'll have a whole training camp. He's been with this. Next year be his third year. You feel what I'm saying? You see them two rookies on defense. Kenyon Mitchell, the Warden out there, Quinyanamo Bay. Cooper DeJean, Mr. Pick Six in the Super Bowl as a rookie on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Going up on my birthday. You feel what I'm saying? That's Cooper DeJean, dog. You see that defense, CJ signed. Everybody on D-line signed. Josh Sweat's a free agent. But Josh Sweat said, hey, I want to be paid. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is about being in the right situation. He want to come back to Philly. So I think Howie Rose want to, make that make sense. Unless he got something else up his sleeve, like a, Myles Garrett or who wants to be traded. You feel what I'm saying? Or TJ Watt, who's in the last year of his contract, if I'm not mistaken. Ain't nothing going on in Pittsburgh. Nothing. Niggas don't want to play on their last year deal anyway. They want that security. Why not get a trade? Why not? But unless he got something up his sleeve, as he always does, you know what I'm saying, he'll probably re-sign Josh Sweat. And that's cool because in that defense that we got with Vic Fangio running the show, he good. 3 sacks in the Super Bowl. Tackles for loss. Seemed like he was on every other play, you ask me. But if he was to go, he'd get paid. But how we're constructed, I believe we can be the next dynasty. You know what I mean? And all of this is going to play a factor with the offensive coordinator who we bring in. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that we're going to bring in somebody from in-house. Me personally, I'd rather bring in somebody that's a guru. That's a dog at this shit. They can look at our team and say, I know exactly what the fuck they need to do to replicate that shit again next season and make it back-to-back titles and become a fucking dynasty. And to have a chance to also possibly three-peat. Like I said, these guys are signed. You feel what I'm saying? They're signed. Majority of the team is signed with extensions. They're signed for the next couple of years. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, the way we look, the way we play, the way we played, yes, I think we could be a dynasty. And listen, Jalen Hurts is a fucking winner, bro. I've been saying this, and I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. So I've been knowing about Jalen Hurts. This ain't he just got with the Eagles. No, I've been watching him since Alabama. And I watched him at Oklahoma. He's a winner, bro. That's all he does is win. Make necessary plays to win. And as long as everybody keep the main thing, like Jalen Hurts say, yes, we could be a dynasty because we built that way. Look at us in the trenches, them big dogs in the trenches. Whether you want to talk about Mekhi Becton, you know what I'm saying? Landon Dickerson, Alabama. Cam Jurgens, you feel me? Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson. And then on the other side, you got big Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Josh Sweat, you know what I mean? Nolan Smith. Come on, dog. And they're going to sign Zach Bond. He going to be there. He young too. We built that way, man. And I truly do. I truly believe that my Philadelphia Eagles could be a dynasty. This is not I'm in the moment. I'm just happy we won the Super Bowl. None of that shit. I said this. I was talking about this, not on here, but like just when I be at home and shit, you know what I mean? Just throughout the season, like, man, if we look how we 10-game win streak and then we lost to the Commanders, that's because Jalen Hurts was hurt. He got hurt on the 11th play of the game. You feel me? On the 11th play. And they won the game. We had 5 turnovers that game. Fast forward to the NFC Championship game. We had 4 turnovers that game. You know what the difference was? We got 28 points off those turnovers. You know why? Because Jalen Hurts was in the game. He was playing quarterback for us instead of Kenny Pickett. It wasn't Kenny Pickett. With Kenny Pickett, we had 17 plays at one point in the third quarter for a total of 34 yards. That ain't gonna get it done. That's 2 yards a pop. What we gonna do with that? What we gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? So I truly think this team could be a dynasty, bro. And I truly think, you know what I mean, as long as, and like I said, it's going to play a part in who that offensive coordinator is. Don't try to come in Philadelphia trying to reinvent the goddamn wheel. You know what works for us. We run the football. We play action off that. We make plays in the passing game when needed. If the run game is working, we do that. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. I said offensive coordinator last year, Brian Johnson. Defensive coordinator last year, Sean Desai, then switched to Matt Patricia. You know what I'm saying? They fired. Got new ones in here, Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio, totally different. Look different, you feel me? Obviously, we got Saquon. We didn't have Saquon in 2022. Shane Steichen was calling the plays on offense. Jonathan Gannon was calling the plays on defense. They both got head coaching jobs. Brian Johnson and Sean Desai, Matt Patricia, they ain't got no head coaching job. See what I'm saying? So it matters. I know Vic Fangio going to be here. So another year in his system for that defense, it could possibly be even better. He old school. He ain't about to try to reinvent the wheel. You feel me? He sees things and know how to, maneuver things. He the one to put Jack Bond at middle linebacker when he was playing outside in New Orleans on the edge. Now look at him at middle linebacker this year. All pro. Played the best middle linebacker in football this year. The best. Period. So the way we constructed, bro, the togetherness of the Philadelphia Eagles, the brotherhood, the love that they share. Mekhi Becton said when he first got there, he felt like they drafted him. They showed him so much love. He said he never felt that much love since high school. Family, close-knit, together. And one thing I do know, Jalen Hurts and that team, Saquon Barkley, AJ, Devontae, Jalen Hurts and Devontae both come from Alabama. They're winners. They're winners. I think I got Smitty's accolades. I think I screenshot it in my phone. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did, but maybe I did. Let me see if I got it in my he just won so many fucking awards. All of the receiver awards at Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't got it right. I thought I screenshot it, but either way, like he won all the awards at Alabama: Heisman, National Championship, Biletnikoff Award. Max, all of those type of awards. Won that. Won a national championship. Now won another Super Bowl in his second Super Bowl appearance too. They used to winning. AJ Brown won a win. Saquon was in New York putting up all good numbers, but he was losing. Not because of him. Obviously, look, we know what the New York Giants represent. Them motherfuckers need Jesus and the disciples. You feel me? That's what they need. Look at Jalen Carter, them Georgia boys. They came to the league off back-to-back national titles. They used to winning. This ain't, they don't want to stop. They want to continue to do this. And when you got a leader like Jalen Hurts and guys that's hungry, of course we could be a dynasty. And I think we're headed in the right direction, if you ask me. So, sticking with the NFL, man, Aaron Rodgers, we see he's not going to be with the New York Jets next year. I don't know how many of y'all follow the New York Jets. I only know 3 New York Jet fans. I only know 3. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't know, but I know he won't be a New York Jet next season. You feel what I'm saying? What do you think is the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers? Bro. And I came out here and I was like, I thought Aaron Rodgers was going to do good. I thought he was going to do good. I'm like, he can still throw that motherfucker. He can still do this. He can still throw it. He can still get out of harm's way a little bit. He may not be as fast as he used to be, but, he's smart. You know what I mean? Get out the way a little bit, blah, blah, blah. I know he's coming off of Achilles, but shit, that Achilles, that ain't got nothing to do with his arm. That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's not a shoulder. It wasn't in the elbow, a wrist, anything with his throwing arm. It wasn't, it wasn't none of that. It wasn't a back, a knee, you know what I'm saying? So, it's an Achilles. I know that's one of the worst injuries, but I think, he'll be fine to move around in that pocket and throw that ball. It didn't go like that. It didn't go like that, you know what I'm saying? And he just looked pedestrian, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, it looked like Garrett Wilson was not happy. It looked like Breece Hall was not happy. The team was not happy. They had high hopes. Because remember, with that team, they were supposed to be a quarterback away from going to the Super Bowl with that defense and shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, they let rid of Robert Saleh and all of that, but, I thought they was going to be better than what they was, but Aaron Rodgers didn't look good. The accuracy was off. When Devontae came over there, it just looked like a Devontae, Aaron Rodgers show. It looked like them at Green Bay all over again. A bunch of passes and catches from them two. The connection that they have. You feel me? They wasn't going anywhere with that shit. You know what I mean? I seen that. And I mean, I can see that I got that all wrong. I got that all the way wrong. You feel me? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what's the best place for Aaron Rodgers, the best landing spot, I think the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers is if you really trying to go somewhere, and I'm going based off what I seen last season. This is not a career. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. He's 4-time MVP. We ain't talking about that. Does he look? He didn't look like a Hall of Famer last season. I mean, just this past season. You know, he didn't look like a Hall of Famer. He didn't throw like a Hall of Famer. He didn't win like a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't. So that didn't look like an MVP at all. It don't have nothing to do with his career. So if you're a team that's trying to go somewhere, you're trying to, and I'm assuming all teams that's trying to go somewhere. All of these teams out here, dog, they got their quarterback. They have their quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to end up going to a team that really desperately needs a quarterback. You feel what I'm saying? And if that's what you're going to do, maybe you can take your chances on Aaron Rodgers. I don't think they should, but for me, if you're trying to go somewhere with your squad, the best landing spot for Aaron Rodgers is his own couch. Yes. I'm going off how he looked last season. What I'm going to do with that? Let me go look, hold on. Arizona don't need him. Michael Penix Jr., he ain't going to Carolina. Chicago, no. Dallas, no. Detroit, no. All these teams, bro, they sold up. He going to go to New Orleans? No. You know what I mean? Like, the Giants ain't about to trade they fucking early pick for the man. It's not going to happen. Where you going to, the Raiders? They might as well start over and get a quarterback in the draft. Unless they want to just use Aaron Rodgers for this year. But what weapons do we have out there? What weapon does he have? He can't go nowhere else. The Browns, have at it. But if you're trying to go somewhere, that's not the man for you. He's just not the guy. It's okay. The man is 40, bro. He's 40 plus. He don't look. I mean, it's okay. It's fine. This is not a big spectacle. Like, oh shit, Aaron Rodgers is a free agent. He's a free agent. No, they're looking at that like, man, I don't want to waste my money on that shit. He ain't about to play for the veterans minimum either. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he still think he got a lot left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go, if you got if you just need let's just say Sam Darnold, you know what I mean, stays in Minnesota, even the Browns, bro, they're drafting a quarterback. I think they're going to draft a quarterback. At least they should. Deshaun Watson is through. He tore his Achilles again after we seen him tear it on the field this year. He tore it again, retore it. I don't know what he was doing, but he retore it. So we know ain't nothing going on with that. They're going to get a quarterback. At least they should. You feel what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers is not going to help nobody go nowhere, bro. And these sad teams, Colts, they going to do that? No. It's just nowhere for them to go. And if you want to go somewhere with your team or have some type of future or some type of promise, Aaron Rodgers shouldn't be your quarterback. I think he's best fit to be vacationing and he can smoke his weed. You know what I mean? He can go underground to these little retreats he be going to and shit and just do that. You can sit in the dark room for a month and shit. Whatever you got to do, my nigga. You know what I mean? And hell, that's it. You're rich. You won a Super Bowl. You got multiple MVPs. You going to the Hall of Fame. It's over. I don't think he should be on nobody's team. That's just my opinion. Somebody might disagree, and that's fine. So that's where I'm at with that. All right. So now listen. I'm an Eagle, right? I'm a Philadelphia Eagle, right? I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hate them with my heart and soul. I'm an Eagle, bro, at heart. I can't. What I'm supposed to do? You know what I mean? Born in Philadelphia, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Right? They always got their mouth on Super Bowl talks. Okay? I say the Dallas Cowboys has got to be the most, if not, I think the most delusional fan base and team in all sports. Because they can have a terrible season, but guess what? Next year, they going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win that joint. What? You know what I'm saying? And we know they ain't won none since 1995. That's 30 fucking years, bro. 30 fucking years, bro. 29, 30 years. So what's that, the 94, 95 season? So 29 years, going on 30 years. You've done nothing. When I be on Instagram, right? When I'm talking my shit, I got a bunch of Cowboys fans and other teams. They get to talking about, oh, but we got more rings than the Eagles in the history of the game. We got more rings than y'all in history. We don't give a fuck, bro. That shit holds no weight. Y'all sound like the uncle right now that used to get money back in the day. You know what I'm saying? He had the women, he had the Cadillac and shit, clean in the motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? That's what y'all sound like. But now, he's staying at his sister's house. You feel what I'm saying? And then 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, he up at the L begging for change to get a pint of liquor or a shot of whiskey, nigga. That's what y'all sound like. Y'all talking about old-ass times and shit that doesn't even matter no more. And then you got teams, the fans like the 49ers want to chime in, you know what I mean, because they do it too. We got more to y'all in history. The Steelers, all of that shit. They all do the same shit. Those are the losing-ass organizations that talk like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, Dak Prescott, they interviewed Dak Prescott. And they was talking to Dak Prescott or whatever the case may be. And he made his comments on, about the Super Bowl and things like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all go ahead and hear what Dak Prescott had to say. Here we go right here. Wait a minute. Here we go.
I feel like we compete with the Eagles and beat them for the most part when we played them. I don't want to say check the record when they're the guys holding the trophy right now. So credit to them. They've earned it and they deserved it by all means. But, yeah, very close, especially even watch the NFC game, the NFC Championship. And those two teams that we battle against each and every year a couple of times. And as I said, feel confident about we've gotten the better part each and every time. To see it in such a dominating fashion, credit to them. It's our turn and it's on us.
This is what I be talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like delusion in the Cowboys fan base, bro. It's like when you walk in, it's like it just trickles down from the top, the owner, everybody in the office, to the players, the coaches, you know what I'm saying, and the fans and shit. You that close? No, you're not. You got the better part of who each and every time? Maybe the fucking Commanders. When they was even when they was the Redskins and shit, the Redskins and the fucking Commanders, the Bumanders. You know what I'm saying? First of all, it's division matchups as well. You know what I'm saying? And Dak talking like before he got hurt, he was out here killing. No, he was 1,978 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. He was on pace to throw more interceptions this year than he did in the year he led the league in interceptions a couple years ago, and he missed 5 games that year. He was on pace to break that record, to destroy the interception record. You feel what I'm saying? We took the coordinator that y'all had in Dallas, Kellen Moore, in his first year with us, won a Super Bowl. Let that sink in. Won a Super Bowl, bro. With Kellen Moore, who was in Dallas. Go figure. How are you close to us, my nigga? Y'all just come off a 7-10 season. We watched y'all go 12-5, 3 straight years, but guess what? The playoffs, you ain't hitting on nothing. Check the record. What your post? We 6 and Jalen Hurts is 6-3 in the postseason. 6-3. Dak Prescott is 2-5, and he been here 9 years. To Jalen Hurts, 5 years. He's never got out the fucking second round. Never. The whole team hasn't. Since that last one, and when I was peeing in the bed back in 94, 95, as a little ass kid. You feel me? Bro, haven't even got out the second round. Haven't had an NFC Championship appearance. And most definitely not a fucking Super Bowl appearance. And now you say it's y'all turn? To do what? To do what? The same thing you always do? What are we talking about? You're not close to us. You're not close to the Philadelphia Eagles. How? How? You don't show up in the playoffs. We ain't talking about no one give a fuck about no twice a year matchup, nigga. That shit don't mean nothing. They're not close to reaching the Super Bowl, man. They got too much. You got too much going on, and on top of that, Dak Prescott turns the ball over. In them 12-5 win seasons, yeah, when the playoffs get here, it's not replicated. It's the same thing, just like Lamar Jackson. It's not replicated. It's not. All them top 5 defenses that they had, and didn't do nothing with it. What are we talking about? You're not close to the Eagles, boy. You out your goddamn mind. You so far away from us. We are champions, man. Super Bowl champions. Y'all was losing when you was playing. Giving the ball to the other team when you was playing. And you got Micah Parsons talking about, oh, we winning the NFC next year. You see what I'm saying? That's the delusional shit I be fucking talking about. But so let the delusion rest and stay in Dallas. Let them keep acting goofy, saying delusional shit, because that's what they be doing for 29, 30 years anyway. Period. And let me tell you something right now. Unless Jaden Daniels hit a sophomore wall next year or some shit, Dallas ain't going to the playoffs. I don't even know what their schedule is like. I don't even care. They ain't going. They better make a major change, and this draft better be very, very good. Very good. Because if not, same shit. I'm not worried about them. We ain't worried about them. We gonna take everybody serious, but I'm just saying, motherfucker ain't scared, nigga. What are we talking about? What? Cut it out, man. You're not close to the Philadelphia Eagles at all whatsoever. You feel what I'm saying? So, speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I mean? What do the Philadelphia Eagles need to do to get back to and win a Super Bowl next season? You know what I mean? To try to, start our dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Or become a dynasty. Listen, we got a lot of guys that's signed, right? But we also got guys that's about to hit the free agent market. You know what I mean? We got guys that's about to hit the free agent market, guys like, Mekhi Becton. I think hopefully they'll sign him back. You know what I mean? Hopefully they can sign him back, but if not, they're going to go with Tyler Steen. You know what I mean? Next year be his 3rd year. He's from Alabama as well. I like Kenneth Gainwell. I don't think you have to sign him back. You feel what I mean? So they probably won't do that. Josh Sweat showed out in the Super Bowl, dog. If he hit the market, he's going to have some suitors. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier in the show, he doesn't care about – he want to be paid, but that's not the most important. The most important is the situation. In Philly, the situation, he come back to that, it'd be great for us. With that defense, another year in that defense with Vic Fangio, that'd be great for us. Zach Bond, all-pro linebacker, he has to come back. You know what I'm saying? So my guys that just I feel like have to come back is Josh Sweat. Unless Howie Roseman got something up his sleeve to where he can go get a Myles Garrett because he's wanting to trade. He can work something with T.J. Watt because I know he's going to the last year of his contract, and we don't know what's going on in this offseason yet, but that might start boiling. You feel what I'm saying? But unless he got something up his sleeve with that or Max Crosby, sign back Josh Sweat. You feel me? And Zach Bond, the all-pro middle linebacker, he must come back. He must come back, and we got the draft coming. I know D. Slade's going to be a year older. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's coming back or not. I'm not sure. But I think that you go out and get another corner, try to go out there and get another outside corner in the draft, a lockdown corner, because I don't want to see Cooper DeJean out on the way on the outside. He's better in the slot. That's where he can do his damage at. You've seen the pick 6 in the Super Bowl, and he's going to have another year under, Vic Fangio in that defense. You feel what I'm saying? So it's for like Mekhi Becton, Josh Sweat, and Zach Bond. You feel me? My Zach Bond and Josh Sweat. You know what I mean? And like I said, I want Mekhi Becton back. I want him back. Those guys need to come back, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, you draft a corner, and maybe a third wide receiver. A third wide receiver. I don't know what they're gonna do with Jahan Dotson. He made some catches in the playoffs. You feel what I'm saying? He made 2 big catches in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So maybe they might want to say, well, shit, let's see if, let's see. Let's see what he can do for us next season as well. Let's just see. You know what I mean? Maybe they might do that. You feel me? But if not, go out there and get another receiver to solidify the third receiver spot. Have another target, another weapon. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe somebody that could take the top off. Somebody else that could take the top off or work the intermediate, all of that. That way Devontae and AJ could be on the outside, and then you got, the third receiver, and you got Dallas Goedert as well. You feel me? And you got a Saquon. It's just spread open. You know what I mean? And then and all that load in the box shit, it's gonna be nothing on nothing. But as I said, if you want to do that, Jalen Hurts will pick you apart. You've seen that. As Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, as Washington. You feel me? As the Kansas City Chiefs. 17 to 22 for 221 yards in the air and 2 touchdowns. They wanted to load the box. That's fine. 221 yards and 72 rushing yards, which is the most in the Super Bowl by a quarterback in history. Doesn't matter. He gets the job done. But I think, as I said, I think that's what we need. You know what I mean? Mekhi Becton, right guard. Zach Bond, he's going to be signed. Earlier this season, he was congratulating Howie Roseman, our GM, and Zach Bond was having talks with each other, something like that. And he was like, remember that when it's time for me to pay you. You know what I mean? Remember that when it's time for me to pay you. I think Howie Roseman was telling him how good he is and how good he's doing the things like that. He's like, remember that when it's time for me to pay you. In other words, I'll give you this money, keep that same energy. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's what we need. Oh, and obviously, offensive coordinator, gotta be right. I don't have nobody like Brian Johnson come in here and have us looking crazy. We can't do that again. We can't go from up to down. We can't do that. If we want to be a dynasty, we want to go back to back. Feel me? So that's what I think we need to go back to the Super Bowl next year and get it done and be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And I hope we could do it. You know what I mean? So listen, man. Like I told you, I just want to talk to y'all for a minute. I ain't even took an hour of y'all time. It's been less than an hour, you know what I mean? So the ones that's been listening and stayed on, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you could be up to date with all things under the lights. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Football season is over. My Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champions. I'm feeling good. Nothing can affect me right now. You feel what I'm saying? Basketball season is here. So watch a lot of basketball. You can rewatch the Super Bowl if you want to. I know it's everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? And fly, Eagles, fly, man. Fly, Eagles, fly. Be back on this joint Friday. You know what I mean? So thanks for watching, y'all. That's the show for the day, and I'm gone.
Under the lights, speaking the facts, double the price, yeah.